Hello, friends. Today we are analyzing Google for long-term investing approach. We are seeing on the screen a Google chart, which is monthly chart, and you can see each bar here represents 1 month of trading. And what we are trying to analyze here is, have we hit the bottom on Google chart? And are we okay to buy now, or at least start buying on the dip in following weeks or months to get long-term investment kind of results with Google as an investment theme. So let's look at what the charts are saying and try to make sense out of it. So what we are looking is, especially when the market continues to fall and we see red candles like we have seen here, on any bullish candle thereafter, if we notice a significant or a decent level of volume, incremental volume coming into the bullish candle, that generally denotes that the selling has is kind of complete or close to completion, and the bears or the sellers have exhausted, and it's now the turn for bulls to take the charge. As we can see here, this was the first bar where we have seen the bullish candle, the green candle, put a hammer kind of a shape where you have a long tail and a solid body on the top. So it's like a hammer shape. If you look at this clearly, it's a hammer shape kind of a pattern on this candle. And it also has come on incrementally higher volume than the previous candle. The previous candle volume was this one 681 million, and the bullish candle came in at 716 million shares traded. So this was an indication for us to say that, hey, uh, a good amount of selling has been done and institutions are kind of nibbling into the trade and kind of accumulating at the bottom, and it's a very good indication for long-term investors who are willing to sit there for 6 months to 1 year and thereafter. So once you have identified such pattern, it's a very good opportunity to buy and hold for some time to get long-term results in any stock. So once you have identified this and you're able to, in this case, for the year of 2023 starting, you had almost 3 to 4 months to accumulate a lot of shares in Google. And if you had waited for a year or so, you have year and a half or so, you have got really good decent returns of around close to 70 to 80% over 1 to 2 year period. And it's a good approach for long-term investing. Similarly, let's look at where we are right now. So we have been seeing a couple of months of hard selling or 3 months of hard selling in Google, and we have seen a drop off all the way from the top here to the bottom, around 32% drop in Google in 3 months time frame. That's a decent amount of correction that we can say we have seen in Google. So let's look at what the bars are saying. So if you look at this bullish bar here on the month of April, we see similar kind of a scenario where selling followed by a bullish bar, and this bullish bar has come on greater volume compared to last 1 to 2 bars here. The last previous selling bars are 630 million, 730 million, and this came in like 840 million shares. So this tells you that institutions could have already got into the trade after such a correction, and the probability of Google going much lower from here is very low. So if you think that it can go below the recent low of $140 and less, the probability is close to slim to none. So, but but it can happen on very bad news, which I can't see at this time, as we are already getting over the tariff discussions, and at least there is a 90-day pause on US China tariff, and Google is also looking for some breakup into multiple companies, And if that also plays out, it may very well be in favor of Google. The valuation as a whole entity or individual companies cumulatively will be much higher than one single organization as it is today for Google. So the bottom is in for Google, and for people who are willing to accumulate the stock for next 1 to 2 months below this level of 170 and below is a good opportunity for accumulation. And what are the targets we can look at if we can accumulate and hold on to this for 6 months to 1 year? Let's look at some targets. And for targets, we use Fibonacci retracement tool, and we connect the high and the low of this. Let me get rid of the correction thing. And let's look at the level, first level. The obvious level that we can see on the first basis is going to be 210 area, 205 area, which is roughly around from current levels around 25% upside. And if we pass through that and hold on for some time, we could see very well levels of 250, which is 1.618 extension for Fibonacci. So which is 50% kind of a move that we can see from the current levels. And if we can hold there and continue to move higher after some time, we could see very well levels of 315 for a 90% kind of a move. But this, all of this expect predictions or expectations in the Google chart could play out in next few months to a year or so. So it's a good opportunity for long-term traders as well as investors or positional traders. It's a good chance to invest. That's all I have. Happy.